Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is what is coming into my life and what do I need to know about it. We have 4 different piles with 4 different sets of tarot cards. Each pile does have one oracle card, and that is the Oracle of the Shapeshifters by Lucy Cavendish. These are absolutely beautiful cards. I love them very much. So, I'm going to go through each pile and talk about the tarot deck and the stone. Our first pile is the Red Jasper, and it is the Green Witch Tarot by Moura and Kiri, Østergaard, Leonard. And it's one of my favorite decks. It's really beautiful. I love the illustrations, and the deck itself is just very easy to work with. Pile number 2, you have the Superb Druzy. It's really pretty colors. It goes from like an orange and gold to a dark purple, almost sunset colors. And your tarot deck is the Ghost Tarot by Davide Corsi. And it's a really beautiful deck. Another one I really enjoy working with. Pile number 3. Your cards are, well, let's start with your stone. This is the Beauty Druzy, very pretty. And your cards are the Deviant Moon Tarot. Now, this deck is a little disconcerting sometimes to some people. If you like Cubism, if you like Picasso, you'll probably really like this deck. If Cubism is something that you find somewhat unnerving, it's probably going to be uncomfortable for you. It took me a while to really get to love this deck, but now that I spent the time to really look at it and look into all of the meanings and how much is hidden, like this doll in the pocket and everything, this deck is just beautiful. So I really enjoy it. But I wanted to show you what the decks look like so that you're not just picking off the back and then, you get that and are very disconcerted or uncomfortable, don't like the images. Pile number 4, you have the Pyrite and the Steampunk Oracle card, or the Steampunk Tarot cards by Barbara Moore and Allie Fell. These are beautiful. They are steampunk themed, so if you like steampunk, these will be right up your alley. And yeah, so here we go. We're going to get started. Pick a pile that resonates with you, pile number 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you need some more time, go ahead and hit the pause button and just kind of take a look and decide which one works best for you. And we're going to get started. Pile number 4, pile number 3, pile number 2, pile number 1. Starting with you. So you chose the Red Jasper. It's a very pretty stone. And let's see. We'll look at your oracle card at the end. You have the 4 of Pentacles. This is a card of holding on to something. Usually it's about money. You're holding on to your money. Here's a guy at the door. He's collecting for the orphans, and you're doing pretty well, but you don't want to give him money, so you sort of you take all of your pentacles and all of your rich things down off the wall so he doesn't ask you for money, and you turtle it. You see a little turtle here. You pull your head into your shell, and you just try and hang on to what you have. Maybe you're going through a rough time financially right now, or you're trying to hold on to someone in your life that you're having a rough relationship with. Oh boy. Yeah, you're having a rough time with somebody. This is the 7 of Athames, or the 7 of Swords. This is a card of cheating. You see the skunk there. He went out. He's telling her, oh, I got to go hunt all these rabbits. But really, he just goes and sets up the spring traps, and then he goes to his girlfriend's house. So he's a bit of a skunk. This woman's been home waiting for him to show up. And he's like, oh yeah, spent all day getting these rabbits. But really, he, spent 5 minutes setting up the trap, and that was it. It could be you've been holding on to a job that, here, let's do this. You've been holding on to a job that hasn't been treating you fairly, or a relationship that hasn't been treating you fairly, but you're going to cut that shit out of your life because you know you deserve better than that. The King of Athames, the King of Swords, is a very wise man. He's a very smart man. He knows how to cut the bullshit out of his life to make his life better. He's not going to stick around and get bullied. He's not going to get cheated on. He's not going to hang on to something that's hurting him, because he is a smart man and he knows that by cutting that out of his life, he's only going to get on to better things that will make him happy and not sit at home worrying. So once you cut that out, you go forward learning something new. You're excited about learning something new, either a new job or a new course of study in school, or maybe you learn something about a friend. Maybe, you go through this hard time and you learn that you've got a friend you can really count on. Whatever you do, temper yourself. Do a lot of meditation. A lot of people think meditation needs to be breathing exercises and sitting on the floor in uncomfortable poses and breathing. But meditation can occur during kickboxing for some people. Some people are able to achieve a Zen moment more so when they're physical than when they're sitting still. And, it goes against a lot of people's teachings, but it's true. Some people, their minds, the way they work, there is no way to quiet them down. So sitting and trying to be quiet, it just winds up making meditation impossible. But sometimes going to the gym, working out, getting on a treadmill and just running until your brain is just on autopilot. These are the ways to meditate where you're not just sitting. But either way, you wind up sort of tempering yourself. Maybe someone has cheated you out of something at work and you're no longer their work friend. You move forward because you've learned all of this stuff, that you cut them out. But you temper yourself. You don't act like an asshole to them at work. You say hi and whatever, but you don't hang out with them anymore because you trust your intuition. The moon is a card speaking of your shadow self. You're trusting your intuition, knowing that you know what's best for you. It's a card of your shadow side. This is a side that everybody has. This is the dark side where, say you're holding the door for an elderly lady and they're taking a little bit longer than you wanted them to, and you have that moment like, hurry up, in your mind, but you would never say it out loud. Out loud, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, and you're like, oh, no, it's okay. Take your time. But in your mind, your shadow side is going, oh, please hurry, lady. I've got things to do, or I've got to pee, or I got to get somewhere. But this is you like tempering yourself, tempering your shadow side, and, and putting the effort in. 7 of Pentacles, you're putting the work in. You've been cheated and you've been hurt, but you've cut this person out of your life. But you're tempering your reaction to them so that it's working for you. And then a message comes in, or you are, sent to travel somewhere. A message comes in, or you're sent to travel somewhere. This is the major arcana. Here it's called the battle wagon, but traditionally it's called the chariot. This is the 8 of Wands. I find this to be the minor arcana equivalent of this. This is a message coming in quickly. It can be meaning travel, things like that. This can also mean the same thing. So either you have a serious message coming in because you've put all this work in and you've tempered yourself and you've been pretty much the best you can possibly be. You've gone through heartbreak in betrayal, but instead of like fighting, instead of like being an asshole, you're like taking the bigger route, and it's working out for you. Yeah, y'all better recognize. 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is a card of recognition, of getting a parade, of being told, good job, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And so it sounds like there's a message coming in recognizing you for what you've been doing. The Two of Chalices, the Two of Cups, is a card of soulmates, of twin flames, of two people who love each other working together to make anything happen that's possible in their lives. Yeah. This can also be the perfect job. This is the Six of Cups. This talks of someone from your past coming back, of childhood memories resurfacing, of going home again, of a message from someone from your past, maybe an old friend, maybe it could be a message about a high school reunion. Yeah, so let's keep going here. The Harvest card is the Judgment card in traditional tarot, and this is a card of, well, normally when we see Judgment, we see an angel calling the dead up from the graves. It's a card of something that was once dead coming back to life. It's a card of karma, give and take. Your balance within the universe. How have you done? Have you done more good or more bad? In this card, we see that here. There are two little gnomes here, and they've gathered all of this food for him. And this gnome says, "Can I have this apple?" And right now, his karma is good. He's asked these gnomes to help. He's done all the work, he's harvested all of this great food. And if he says, yeah, go ahead, his karma remains good. If he says no, then, next year he's not going to get as much stuff, and this guy's not going to help him. So it's a card of karma, of getting what you deserve, of getting what you've put in. And you've put in a lot of work here with the Seven of Pentacles, and you get it back, the Nine of Pentacles. And this is a card of financial success, of independence, of being strong, standing on your own 2 feet. So give me a second here, and we'll see what we see. You've been holding on to something. Someone has hurt you in the past, or you've been cheated out of something, but you're cutting that out of your life, and you're moving forward in an exciting way with something that you want to learn about. You balance yourself, and you sort of tame your shadow side, and you put the work in to do that, and a message comes in recognizing that. Someone is really recognizing that, and you get that perfect job offer, or the perfect person comes into your life, someone you already know, or a job you've already had, something that you have put the karma into, and you win. You're standing on your own 2 feet. So let's see what your oracle card reveals. The Mermaid of Immersion, complete commitment. So, some of you, this is in regards to what is coming into your life, a job. A job is coming into your life. And this is a better job than the one you had. You really were holding on to that job because it paid the bills, but they didn't treat you right. You want something where you can use your brain, where you can learn more, where you can feel more balanced, where you don't have those moments of, God, I hate this job. I hate this place. I hate doing this. And you put the work in to this new job, and a message comes in, and they recognize that you're perfect. You're perfect for this job. This is something you've always been supposed to do. Your karma comes due, and you succeed. But make sure you commit to yourself. This isn't about committing to another person. This is about committing to yourself to make sure that you have the right things, to make sure you have this Two of Cups instead of this Seven of Swords, Seven of Athames, Two of Chalices. You know what I mean. And I think pile number 1, if you trust your intuition, if you listen to yourself and you cut out the things and the people that are hurting you from your life, because you don't fucking deserve that. I'm sorry for swearing, but you don't deserve that. So you cut them out of your life. You put the work into something new, something that allows for travel, or, that brings in messages of recognition of how great you are. And you're happy. You get everything you've wanted. And you feel like a kid again. You're excited and exuberant and standing on your own 2 feet. And this pile number 1 is beautiful. And I love it for you. I love you because this is great. You're amazing. You've been through tough times, but you're not holding on to it anymore. You're letting it go. You're cutting it out and you're moving forward in this fantastic progression where you're not allowing it to embitter you or make you angry or feel like you're better. You're taking the time to put the work into yourself to be a better person for yourself, and you'll never fail because of that. And that's beautiful. If this resonated for you, pile number 1, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe and turn on the bell icon. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Pile number 1, you've been through it, but I promise things are going to get better. Things are already shaping up to get better. You just need to remember to temper yourself. Sometimes you don't need to yell to get a point across. Sometimes a whisper can be taken more seriously than a scream. And I think you're finding that out, and you're going to use every ounce of your badassness to get to where you need to be. Pile number 2. We're starting with you. Thanks for spending time with me, pile number 1. Pile number 2, you picked the superb Druzy. Very beautiful. And we will look at, you got 2 oracle cards. We will look at those when we're done with our tarot reading. We start out with the Devil. This is a card of excess, a card of obsession, a card of spending too much time and energy on something that is not good for you. It can also be a card of celebrating, of needing to take some time out to celebrate because you've worked for it. We won't know until we progress. We have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is someone who is a younger fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Someone who is very exciting, very flamboyant, very charismatic. They can sort of sell ice to an Eskimo, but they're also a little immature. They're not going to be there when you need them, and they're a little flaky. They're in and out. They're moving all the time. The Devil is the card of Capricorn, which is an earth sign. Maybe you've been in love with someone that you haven't really been able to count on. Or maybe you've invested in a job that you haven't been able to reap any rewards from yet. But there's an exciting new beginning, something really passionate and worthwhile. And the Page of Wands is offering you a new start. We have the Knight of Cups. This is an offer of love. It can be, if this is a relationship reading for you that you're looking for, what's coming in for you, it can be an offer of love from someone exciting, someone passionate, a Capricorn that you just think is the most coolest, exciting person, loving, amazing person on the planet. This can be an offer of love coming in after you've spent so much time obsessing about maybe a Page of Wands. You want a new start with someone who you can count on, who will be there and love you and not constantly be swiveling their head back and forth at every pretty thing that walks by. Let's see. The Knight of Cups is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have the Ace of Cups. Okay. Not only is this an exciting, lusty sort of new beginning, this is a beginning of love. A really good, solid, loving start. Okay. A give and take relationship. The Six of Pentacles is a card of balance. You see the scales there. It's a card of give and take, of helping each other out, of being there for each other when you need each other. It's a card of balance. And it brings your ships in. The Three of Wands as your ships are coming in. The things that you have worked for, that you have worked on within yourself, it happens. It comes to fruition. We have the Sun card. The Sun is one of the best cards in the tarot decks. The Sun means everything on this table is good. Everything that is happening is good. That maybe there's someone in your past that you were a little bit obsessed with, but you're moving on because somebody else is offering you a new start, a new offer of love, or a new offer of something that you love, something that you can work on together. Your ships come in, you're super duper happy. I mean, you've got the Ten of Cups, which is a card of completion, of happiness, of getting everything you ever wanted. Everyone's out there, all these spirits out there dancing with death on the hillside. They're having a grand old time. This is getting everything that you've put into everything so far. What I see for you, pile number 2, is that maybe you were stuck on an idea of what love should be or what a perfect job should be. And someone comes along and offers you something different. And it's an exciting offer, but you're not sure about it until you get this sort of confirmation that it is something that you love and enjoy doing. And once you get that confirmation that it is something you love and enjoy doing, then you are really excited and in love with this offer because you know it's something that is going to be balanced, that is going to bring you everything you want, that is going to make you happy and give you the life that you want and deserve for yourself. If this is a love reading, this is, cutting somebody out of your life that was not doing you any good, doing you any favors, or cutting out an idea about yourself. Like maybe, I'm not good. I'm never going to get married. I'm not good enough to get married, blah, blah, blah. That's bullshit. And you're realizing that. And you start this new romance, and this person really does love you. And they want to spend the rest of their lives with you. They want to give and take with you. Your ships have come in. Things are good. Your life is complete. You are going to be happy. And let us see what your oracle cards are. We have a Dragonling Garden, a new world is born, and Deep Dark Mermaid. Find solutions in unknown places in the darkness. So, maybe you go to a slam poetry reading. There's a lot of darkness in slam poetry readings. There's a lot of angst, a lot of depression, a lot of pain that comes out in those poems. So maybe you go to one of these slam poetry readings and a new world is open to you. Maybe you meet somebody exciting. Maybe you meet a Capricorn that's exciting. Maybe you meet a water sign that's exciting. Maybe you meet a Leo that's exciting. You've got a lot of fire, a lot of water, and one earth. And the earth that you have is one about balance. So this is love. This is either a new career that is going to treat you well, a new job, a new person, a new friend. This is real. This is love-based. This is exciting-based. They enjoy being around you, pile number 2. And things are going to be good for you. So love yourself. Have faith. And you'll know when this person comes in. You'll know when this offer comes in. You'll know immediately. That's so wonderful. So thank you very much for spending some time with me, pile number 2. If you liked this reading, if it resonated for you, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what kind of pick a card reading you'd love to see. And thank you for taking time out. Yeah, I hope you subscribe, and I'd like to see you again because you're really interesting. You've kind of been through some stuff, but mostly it looks like it's good stuff coming your way. It looks like whatever you have been through, you let go of, and better comes in. What seems to happen a lot in life, and you're no exception. You're wonderful. Thank you, pile number 2, for spending some time with me. And I hope all good things come your way. Love you. Bye. Pile number 3. It's up to you and me. You picked the Deviant Moon Tarot cards and the Beauty Druzy. So we'll look at your oracle card at the end of the reading. And we will start out with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is kind of known as the spy. They're the one that's like kind of lurking on social media at their boyfriend's pages, looking to see what's going on. Do they have a new girl? You know, they're the one that actually, they can also be the one that does the research on the company before going to the job interview so that they have all the questions that they need. Page of Swords doesn't always have to be a bad kind of spy. Or maybe we have the Five of Wands. This is a card of fighting, of, you know, contention. It can also be a card of problem solving and conflict resolution. Whatever it is, it's a burden that you've been carrying for a while, but you're very close to putting it down. It's almost at the end for you. And again, you had the 10 of Wands, now you get the 10 of Swords. You are putting an end to it. You are killing it. It will not come back. So maybe someone has been gossiping about you, and you go ahead and you put an end to that gossip. Maybe they've been saying one thing and you come in and you're like, nope, this is how it is. And you just cut that shit out, and there's no way they can come back at you because you've cut it all out. You're victorious. The Five of Swords, this is a card of victory. He's fought other people. He's won their swords. He is victorious. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a solid new beginning. A new job offer, a new offer of love. Something that's coming in that you can count on and depend on. This is something solid, something that will come to fruition, something that will, grow. Have faith. The Fool. The Fool is the first card in the tarot deck. It's always marked as 0. And the tarot is the Fool's journey through, the tarot deck. The people that he meets, the situations he encounters. And it's saying, have faith. Have faith. You're not out of the woods yet. You're not out of the lagoon yet, but you're close to shore. So have some faith. Something's coming in. You've put a lot of work into something. This is the Seven of Pentacles. And this is a card of putting the work in, and you're not sure where it's going to go. You're not sure if it's going to be good, if it's going to be bad, how it's going to happen, but you've put a lot of work into something, and it's started to grow. And it's nearly there, and you're not sure, is it going to make it? Is it not? You're kind of checking on it a lot. This is the Knight of Swords. You have the Page of Swords to the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is someone who I think of as a white knight. They're the ones who are out there to protect people, to help people. They rush forward into any situation to, help someone or do what they think is the right thing to do. Doesn't mean it is the right thing to do, but it's what they think is the right thing to do. This is an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I don't believe the Fool is assigned. The Ace of Pentacles is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Page of Swords is an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Five of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. 10 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Air sign again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And we have the 10 of Cups. This is a card of completion and happiness. You've got a lot of 10s here. And the way that you have the 10s laid out, this is amazing. I see 2 possibilities. One is that you've been kind of asking a lot of questions about things. You're kind of suspicious about something. You're asking a lot of questions. You are fighting to find something out. And then you put an end to it. You're victorious. You start new with something else that you have a lot of faith in. And you start growing something. And it's a good thing. And it brings you a lot of happiness. Maybe you were looking into starting at a job and you realize they tested on animals and you're like, nope, cut that out. But you find another job that's better, that doesn't test on animals. Or maybe you're looking into something within your job. Maybe you're about to take a position higher up in the company, but as you look into the position, you know the amount of work is going to kill you. And so you're victorious in saying that, no, you don't really want to take that. But because of the work that you've put in, maybe they offer you a little bit more money. So have faith. The work that you've done is going to be rewarded. The other possibility is that this has to do with love. You've been sort of spying on someone that you have a little bit of a contentious relationship with. But you're putting an end to that and you're cutting them out. And you're victorious because you want a real, new, solid relationship with someone. So you have faith and you put the work in and you wind up with like the perfect guy for you and you're happy. Let's see what your oracle card is telling you to do to get there. Dragonfly Mermaid, you've attracted wonderful news. So, yeah, you're going to get there. Do whatever research, and if you're going in for a job interview, do a lot of research. Have a lot of questions for them. Really show them that you're willing to carry the burden, that you're willing to do the work and find out, cut through the bullshit to find out the truth. And if you do that, like if you go in with these questions, like say you're going for a job at Merrill Lynch and they're asking you about your work as an accountant. Go in there and go, well, I found kind of like the last 3 things that you've done for accountants, or the last 3 accountants that you've had, or the last 3 programs that you guys have had for accountants, so that you're able to go in there and show them that you know not only what you do for a living, but you know what they do as well. And that is just going to knock their socks off. And you get this new offer that you're excited about. You put the work in, you're happy with, and you grow from there. This looks amazing, pile number 2. The other possibility, though, hold on, there's one more possibility, and this is kind of a bad one. This is that you have someone spying on you. Someone like looking up your social media accounts, going through your emails and stuff like that. And you have to have a fight with them and put your foot down and cut that shit out, because you don't deserve that. You're a good person. And they've been, doing wrong by you. And once you cut it out, once you tell them to knock that shit off, things get a little better. And you wind up being happy. Either way, I hope whatever happens for you in the future only brings you happiness. That's all I wish for you, pile number 2. Thank you for spending time with me today. You're pretty awesome. And you got a lot of good coming your way because you deserve it. And again, thank you. If you like this reading, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of them, hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. And thanks for spending time with me. If you have some questions, comments, concerns, drop them down below. And I hope you have a wonderful day, pile number 3. Pile number 4. We are all about you right now. You chose the Pyrite and the Steampunk Oracle, or the Steampunk Tarot cards. I don't know why I keep calling them Oracle. Your Oracle card we will look at the end of the reading to see what advice we have. You have a pretty thick stack here, so bear with me. Oh my, you've been through a rough time recently. The Tower card speaks of false foundations crumbling, of massive changes, of shifts in your world, of things falling apart. It could be in a good way. You could win the lottery or something, and all of this kind of falls in your lap, and you're not sure what to do, so you're overwhelmed. It is usually in a bad way, and we have the Devil. The Devil is a card of excess, of obsession. If you... I don't want to make judgments, but I do want to say that if you're an alcoholic, you're hitting your rock bottom, or you've already hit your rock bottom, and you're putting an end to this sort of behavior. Maybe you've been spending a lot of time reminiscing about the past, or someone from the past, or an event from the past. Maybe you're going back to your hometown. Maybe something that you spent a lot of time on and a lot of time with, something that you really were invested in, just crumbles, and you go back somewhere. You go back home, or you go backwards to a state where you were depressed. The Five of Cups is a card of mourning, of sadness, of losing something, of something being broken. Jeez, oh Pete, pile number 4. You guys have had a rough time. We've got the Nine of Swords. This is a card of just stress, worry, heartbreak, insomnia. Jesus, you pardon my language. I'm sorry. I hope nobody was offended by that, but good night, Irene. These are like the worst cards in the deck. You have been having a hard time. Or you've been holding on to a hard time in your past. The Four of Pentacles speaks of holding on to something that you would do much better letting go of. Sometimes it's finances, sometimes it's your heart, sometimes it's trauma from the past. If something really horrific has happened to you, do me a favor, please, pile number 3, and go speak with a licensed therapist, be it a psychologist or a therapist or a counselor of some sort, because you shouldn't have to live with this much pain. You shouldn't have to live with this much heartbreak. You shouldn't have to live with this much stress and worry and just fear and misery. And my heart is bleeding for you right now, looking at everything that you have gone through. Your past is very painful. The Page of Wands. This is a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Someone younger, someone immature, someone who just kind of rushes right into things without thinking. There's someone who, again, they can rush right into a fight without thinking. They rush right in with the message without thinking. They're the ones that kind of blurt out, "I love you," without considering the ramifications. We have the Six of Wands, a card of recognition. It's possible that you had a really horrible job. A job that did nothing but cause you stress, worry, and pain, but you're holding on to it for the paycheck. But something more exciting is coming up, something that gives you recognition. We have a card of the Eight of Swords, of feeling like the victim, of being the victim, of being victimized, of being hurt. Maybe you're recognizing that in the past you've been hurt a lot. But we do have justice for you. Justice coming in means that justice is on your side. Whatever is happening because it's due to you. You are owed it. You've had a rough time. And it's recognized that you have been victimized, that you have been hurt, that you have been broken. But justice is coming. So stay strong. Stay strong. And trust your intuition. Trust your intuition and fight your shadow side. No, don't fight your shadow side. Learn how to compromise with your shadow side. Your shadow side is that side of you that, if you're waiting for a bus and the bus driver's like 15 minutes late, they maybe had a flat tire or something, but you get on the bus and they're like, I'm so sorry. And instead of like saying, oh, well, that's okay, your shadow side is like, so what? I don't care, you jerk. But you don't say that. You say, well, that's all right, because that's the polite thing to do. And saying what your shadow side wants you to say won't get you anywhere. So stay strong. Trust your intuition on this. You're going to be victorious. The 5 of Swords is victory assured. 5 of Swords came out for the last pile too. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is someone who is hardworking, someone who is dependable, someone you can count on, someone who they're going to get the thing done. It may take them a little while, and it won't be done as quickly as it would if the Knight of Wands did it, or the Knight of Swords did it. It won't have all the tabs and analytical stuff that it would if the Knight of Swords did it. But it will be thoroughly researched. It will be thoroughly safe. It will be delivered with everything it needs to be delivered with. It's just going to take a little longer than you expect. And so you're going to be victorious in this situation. You have justice. You have victory. So stay strong. Trust your intuition. It might take a little while, but you're building a solid foundation for something. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a card of obviously growth, of material growth and wealth. I mean, you've gone from the Knight to the King by building a solid foundation. You also have an exciting new beginning, something that brings you a lot of happiness and joy, something that you're passionate about. But you take the time to change the way you look at things. The Hangman says that you're taking time out to decide what you want to do with your life, where you want to be, what you want to go. He's seeking knowledge. He's changing the way he looks at the world, because he feels that in that respect, he can come upon a new way of seeing things and do things a little bit better. We have the Emperor taking charge of your life, taking control of your life, of the situation around you, of making sure that you are in a position of power. And the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is typically seen as a marriage card. It talks of soulmate relationships because you have 1111 on it. It can also be the perfect job, but it's a relationship that is good for you. We have the King of Cups. This is someone who is emotionally fulfilled. They know how to get what they want. They can also know how to use emotions to get what they want. They can be a little bit emotionally manipulative. They might overindulge a little bit. Maybe there's someone you need to cut out of your life, or because you've got this devil here in the tower. So when I mentioned alcoholics earlier, maybe this is you. And maybe you're manifesting a whole new beginning, because this is the Magician. The Magician speaks of manifesting. He is the master of the tarot. He is the first person that the Fool meets, and he knows how to make anything happen. We have the Lemon Skate above his head. You have the Lemon Skate with the Strength card. This is a card of balance and of creation. The Magician can make anything he wants happen. He knows how to make the chalices work. He knows how to make the swords work, the wands, the pentacles. He knows how to use them all together to create what he wants to see. So what I'm seeing for you, pile number 4, is one of two options. Either you were in a really shitty relationship in the past with someone who treated you like crap, and you were holding on to them because you didn't think you deserved any better. But then you recognized the way they were treating you was making you feel like a victim, and you get justice for yourself. You stay strong, you trust your intuition, you're victorious, you move on, you find a solid new beginning with someone you can count on and depend on, someone you're excited about, you change the way you look at things, you take control of your life, and you move forward in this relationship in a loving way that allows you to manifest exactly what you wanted in the first place that you did not get with this first person. The other possibility is, if this is a career reading, you were in a job that really screwed you over. Maybe you brought in $1 million client, and then they went and gave you your finder's fee and you got $17. But you were in a place where you had to hold on to that job because you didn't think financially you could do anything else. But something sparks your interest. Maybe you're interested in tarot and you see this tarot card reading and you're like, I could do that. I could do that easily. And you recognize that about yourself. So you pull yourself out of this situation where you feel like you're a victim because you can't let go, and you get justice for yourself. So you stay strong and you trust your intuition and you're victorious and you move ahead, and you find this new job and you start building and you start growing and you become, the King of Pentacles from the Knight of Pentacles. And it's something that excites you and you're passionate about. So you change the way you look at things, again, taking control of your life and making this relationship work for you. And it's something that you love, and you put effort into loving, and you put effort into manifesting for yourself. So what does your oracle card say? Bats in the belfry. You can achieve great things. You can achieve great things, pile number 4. Look at this card. When everybody says bats in the belfry, you may or may not know, it's a very old reference. It speaks to having bats in your attic. When people say it, they're usually talking about someone who's crazy. So what I'm seeing here is maybe you had a traditional type of job that treated you like crud. Maybe you sold insurance and you hated it. Maybe you're a telemarketer and you're hung up on every single day and you cannot stand it. And you go back to what you wanted to do as a child and you look at what you're doing now and it makes you sad. You're mourning this childhood dream of yours where, you're stressing out. You're holding on to this horrible job that you hate. And then finally, you decide to move forward with something that you want to do. You decide to recognize that you've put yourself here by not believing that you deserve better. And once you decide that you do, you get the justice that you deserve. So stay strong, trust your intuition, and move forward in a way that is going to be building a strong foundation for you for the future so that you can find the happiness and contentment that you so very much deserve here. Because you can achieve great things. And you will. It's right here. You will achieve great things. To go from this amount of pain, to go from the Tower, the Devil, the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles. This is a lot of pain and grief that you're holding on to. Be it maybe somebody in your past, in your childhood, told you could never be what you wanted to be or do what you wanted to do, and you wind up finding out that you can. There is a way to earn money off of this, that you are a good artist, author, what have you, and you find yourself being able to do what you want to do in life. Don't ever let anybody make you feel less than. If they are, they don't deserve to be in your life. If someone makes you feel like you're not good enough, get them out of your life because you don't need that. Now, if they're trying to give you feedback to help you, like, hey, you tend to spit when you talk. Maybe you should slow down a little bit on your speaking so you don't spit as much. that's a loving friend with some feedback that can help you, that can make your life better. And they're a friend because they're not afraid to be honest and tell you this embarrassing thing, as well as what you could do to make it better. They're a friend because they're not going to go and tell other people this embarrassing thing. Oh my God, she spits when she talks. They're only going to tell you because they want to help you. And that's the kind of person that I like to have in my life. So what I see for you, pile number 4, is that you have been through hell. But hold on, stay strong. It's gonna get better. It is gonna get better. I promise. It will get better. Try looking at the good. Try focusing on the good. And you'll see sooner than later it will get better. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me. I hope things go well for you. I hope life treats you beautifully in the future. And if you like this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell icon. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if it resonated. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what kind of pick a card reading you'd like to see. And thank you, pile number 4, for spending some time with me. I really appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. And I already went over all of the cards that we're using. If I didn't mention it in the beginning, this is Oracle of the Shapeshifters by Lucy Cavendish. And yeah, thanks everybody for taking the time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.